Let's see. Welcome to another episode of the KAWmedy Krow podcast, episode 11. We have our wonderful guest, Tareeqah. You have your microphone right there in the...
That's my microphone.
Yeah.
Oh, who could ever forget?
There you go. Yeah. We also have Amy in the house right here. Yeah, and then myself, the new, strangely Western version of Christopher Keith Tyler. I just got back from visiting family and friends in Georgia. I used to live in Marietta, Georgia. Hadn't been there since 1996, and it was a lot of fun. I had a great time, and it inspired me. I feel like I've found my roots, my southern side. Does it seem like it?
Yeah. Funny thing is, I used to work in Marietta, Georgia.
Marietta, Georgia?
Yeah.
Where?
Right there at IBM.
Okay,
Yeah.
Cool. What year?
Oh, that was 1999.
All right. So you just missed me. Yeah, I was there from second grade through sixth grade, and then I moved to California. But yeah, that's cool. First off, I want to congratulate you on your win for the third preliminary round at a comedy competition that we had at Solaris Beer and Blending.
Yeah.
And you will be moving to the finals at Comedy Fest 2024, May 25th, 2024. Get your tickets at www.KAWmedy. Tickets are going fast. You can get them for $30. And we got our new banner that's going to be at our shows as a little walk-in. And Amy's been just working so hard on all the marketing and the background, all this stuff. We also got these new coasters. Check out these sweet coasters that Amy created. So good.
Actually, I think Peter... Well, I mean, the logo, but Peter kind of put it together.
Yeah, Peter Marshall and Amy both worked hard on making all of our... We got the coasters. We got the magnet business cards.
Business cards.
Yeah, let me touch that.
And also the koozies. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there's some sweet koozies.
Yeah, I think there's one right behind you. Yeah, there's a koozie right there.
Sweet koozie.
Yeah. So anyways, yeah. Are you excited for how was it? How did it feel winning?
I am so excited. The winning was a good part, but I think the audience decision making was the most intense and hilarious part for me.
Yeah, it took 3 times. I was like, because Peter runs the front and I run the back, and with Tim behind the bar, we're trying to determine how loud the cheering is. Yes. We had to do it 3 times between you and Art Marquez. Crazy. But you took the win, so that was a lot of fun. Yes. Yeah. And then Comedy Fest, you'll be competing against where we have Kyle Johnson won last year. This year it'll be Kevin Krow, and then Rafi Becerra.
Okay,
cool. Cool. And then we have one more prelim before we get to Comedy Fest. So, yeah. Yeah. Now tell us about yourself. Other than working at IBM in Marietta, Georgia, in '99, what got you into your journey into stand up? Like what did it? What tell us? Yeah.
Just being silly. Just being my organic silly self. Making people laugh at me just telling the truth about my situation.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I decided, hey, I'll give it a run. And once I found out about this thing called the act out, which I guess is very prevalent with comedy, you say something, you act it out, which let my sister tell it. I've been doing that my whole life, and it gets on her nerves. Yeah, she's like, "Why you gotta act it out loud? Just tell us what happened." But that was just my method, so I just incorporate it now, and I do the comedy, and I enjoy just like developing the jokes and extending them. It's like I'll have one little piece of joke, and then it'll just like evolve. So I love the evolution of a joke.
Right.
Yeah.
And do you do the evolution of your jokes?
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, we live in the Pentagon, so you can't find where we're located. When with your when you develop your comedy on stage or at home? Are you more of a writer, or are you more of like, I'm working it out on stage based on the feedback? Like,
No, I'm definitely a writer. I'm definitely a writer, and then later I'll come back to a joke, and then I'll just piggyback on it and piggyback on it and twist it and turn it.
that's great. Yeah. Do you have any inspirations, like stand-up inspirations? What got you in?
Well, I love comedy in general, but I think I'm the biggest fan of Dave Chappelle. I think I'm the biggest fan of him. I love everybody else, but him in particular.
Yeah. Have you ever seen him live?
No, I really wanted to go. And he recently had a show, like maybe within the past 6 months, and tickets were a little high.
Yeah.
Like what, 400?
No, they weren't that high.
Okay.
But, it was like pay rent or utilities and have gas in my car or go to Dave Chappelle. So I chose shelter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure you could stand outside his venue with like a cardboard sign and, get his attention. Yeah. Yeah. What would you do for a Dave Chappelle ticket? That's what you would put on the sign, I guess.
I don't know, but I remember seeing him walking through the Peabody place in Memphis, Tennessee, back when I lived there. And they were having a big fight. It was Mike Tyson and I forget who else, but Memphis never had so many people, okay? It was so many celebrities in town. And I'm sitting at the Italian restaurant, and there's young Dave Chappelle, just very young Dave Chappelle, whose name I couldn't recall. And I'm like, that's him. That's him.
I don't
Him who, though?
Yeah.
Him who? Him, the guy that had me just chuckling and gut busting, laughing, and, but I waved at him, he waved at me, and that was
Oh,
That's
what
cool.
a good moment.
it. It was a good moment.
Yeah.
He was skinny then.
Uh-huh.
I don't know this new Dave. I don't know if this is the real Dave. I'm sorry.
All right. Oh, that's, yeah.
Segue.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. We'll get into that during our conspiracy segment
The
soon.
Skinny Dave.
Yeah. Yeah. The half-baked Dave.
That's fake. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah. Dave Chappelle. Yeah. Now he's like jacked.
Yeah.
Yeah. He smokes a lot, and yet he's so like bulked up, but he's always smoking on stage. Yeah. It's like that old classic style of stand-up. Would you ever would you ever smoke on stage?
No, I can't smoke. I tried to smoke when I was a teenager, and I never could catch the whole rhythm and swing of the inhale. I just choked to death. I felt like I was going to throw up.
Yeah.
And,
Oh, that's good.
I couldn't do it. I tried.
Good.
That's
All right,
good.
Yeah. Yeah.
The one thing I tried.
Yeah.
Look,
No,
I'm happy failing here.
Yes, yes, that's a win.
yeah.
That was a win.
That's cool. What any highlights from your or no, did you start when you first started doing stand up, did you start at in a comedy class, or did you do a bar
I started a comedy workshop, and then they offered a 4-week class, and it was within my budget. So I said, okay, I like how they presented the workshop, because they talked a lot about the act outs.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's me, act out. I can do that. I'm gonna see what this thing's about.
Okay.
And yeah, I enjoyed it. I loved it a lot.
How long ago?
When was that?
Didn't that start?
It probably was May of last year.
No
All right.
kidding. Okay, so wow, very recent. 1 year. About a year ago.
Right.
Sweet.
Whose class was it?
Andrew, Norelli, and Melissa.
Greenberg.
Yes.
Nice. Yeah.
The dynamic duo. Mama and Papa duo.
Yeah.
I am so sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
This needs to go. Give me 1 second.
Yeah,
let
it's
me
okay.
try to officially turn this off.
Okay.
Go off. Because I'm here already. Okay, there we go. Get over there.
With in the class, how many of the students are still doing stand up? Do you know?
So from my class,
Yeah.
I know Diana is still in the trenches from my class, and then I took it again. I got a really young guy from that class, Kyle. I think he's like 15 or 16.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then the Irish guy who came through recently.
Right. Yeah, he
Yes.
competed. He was filling in for. We had a comedian. He wasn't able to make it, so Peter was like
Yes.
asked him if he wanted to perform. Yeah, it was good.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, it was fun.
He's enjoying it. So quite a few stragglers.
Yeah.
I know that other gentleman, he's been through, I can't think of his name. Dang it, I can't think of his name. But he talks about how, he's from Chicago, but he's from the Middle East. And, his jokes are kind of stories.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool. Well, yeah. And so you took that. You mentioned you did it twice over. You took the class twice.
Yeah. I took
How
it
how
twice.
so? Why?
Just to continue writing. And yeah.
Yeah.
I do
it worked
things
out.
twice too. I get it. Like sometimes, sometimes it's just easier to like absorb it. It's more, you do things once, you read a book once, and you're like, okay, well, I read the book, but when you read it a second time, you're like, I got something more out of it, or I got something different out of it.
Yeah, because actually they were trying to do like a more advanced class that second time around. So, I was able to kind of just keep honing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And yeah, would you do it a third time?
Did I do it a
No,
third time?
would you do
Would
it a
I do
third-
it? I probably don't need to do it a third
Right.
time.
You're very good. So I can't imagine Melissa would be like, I can't take your money. You're not welcome in this class. You could teach this class at this point. Yeah.
Yes, and I do, like, I went up to Hollywood and did like a Saturday drop-in class, which was cool, because you just go and you pay, and, you either go or you don't go. It's not a big commitment.
Right.
But it's a long drive.
Yeah.
It's a long drive, yes.
I took my first time, I was scared to just go on stage. So I also took a stand-up comedy 4-week class in Santa Monica.
Okay.
Drove out there so I could get 7 minutes at the, the Hollywood Improv. Amy was there.
Yeah.
She saw, that was back in 2009. Yeah. So I reckon, some people, a lot of comics will like, either like classes or you hate classes. And like, it's like, dude, it doesn't matter. As long as whatever helps you get up on stage, it doesn't bother me. I'm not going to judge.
Yeah, but I think, for me, what I really need is to work on crowd work. I'm very shy about that. I think I could build on improv. So those are the type of classes I need to participate in, something that'll help me come out of my shell with the improv and with the crowd work.
Well, the crowd work comes later. I would recommend jumping right into like a stand-up group. Corey Coogan's in a stand-up or an improv group. I didn't start doing crowd work until like 4 years into doing an improv group. Like it's scary, like to subject yourself to like be able to think on the fly, and doing improv is very, very difficult. It makes stand up a lot easier. And then that's what helped me with hosting was improv. But I recommend trying an improv group. It's tough, but it's fun.
Do they have any in our area?
I don't know if there's an improv group in this area right now, but that's something I would ask maybe Melissa Greenberg or Corey Coogan. Okay. He does one south of here. So, yeah, I would talk to him. He's been hitting it pretty hard in the improv group that he's in. So, little sketches and such.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. You should do it.
Yeah, I better. If
do it all.
Be better. I got to do it if I want to get better.
Yeah. Don't worry about that. Crowd work, it'll come. Just keep doing what you're doing, and it's all good. Yeah, sometimes like comics will say, "All right, how you doing in the audience? How are you right there, man? What are you doing? You're on your phone. What are you doing?" And she'll say, "I'm just checking my phone," and they'll be like, "All right, cool. Crowd work, check." It's like, I did it. You're like, no, you got to like make a whole spin off of what they're saying, and it's got to be funny too. So it comes. Yeah. And have you ever bombed? Like, do you have like a famous bombing story yet? Like one where it's so bad you have to tell your friends about it?
I feel like I bombed at the Shamrock one time.
Yeah.
But think in that situation, the crowd was kind of groomed to bomb me.
How so?
Well, the comic that went up first just spoke very derogatory about female comics.
Oh my
Because
God.
that was their act. But needless to say, I bombed, and so did the Indian girl that went up, and it was only us two ladies.
Dang. That was an open mic night, competition thing?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I was like, oh my goodness. I was like, that was some of my best stuff. What happened?
Nothing's worse than like when you're watching the comic before you and you're like, oh, I'm going to follow that. Like, oh, here we go.
But I learned a valuable lesson. In comedy, if someone says or does something and you feel like it's kind of going to affect your set negatively, you may need to speak to it just like an icebreaker when you get up there. Just something lighthearted.
Address it.
Yeah. Humanize yourself.
Yeah. So I think that's important lesson that I learned.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because they'll be like, okay, because the audience is watching and they're like, okay, he was just talking about, that was just so harsh what he was saying about that women in performing. Oh my God, here comes a woman performer.
Yeah,
I wonder how she feels. That's what you could have just ripped them a new one and then just hook them right from there.
Yeah.
That's true. That's
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
So, hey, you live and you learn.
Yeah,
You live and
it's
you
all
learn.
good. Yeah. There's so many, you never want to live in regrets, and there's so many times where I'm like, oh man, I could have done it differently, but that's where you do it in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The after talk to yourself.
Yeah.
Why didn't you? You should have. You could have. What's up?
Yeah, in the car ride home, you're just swerving all over the road.
Chastising yourself.
Yeah.
I'm gonna beat you with a stick when I get you home. Oh, that's me. I don't want to beat me with a stick, right?
Do you decompress when you get home from shows?
I usually don't have to.
That's good.
I usually don't have to. I just aim to land them where they're supposed to land and pace myself and have a good time.
Yeah.
Have a good time.
Do you? How many times a week are you shooting to get on stage? Like on average?
I'm usually 2 to 4.
Okay, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good considering I'm still cooking dinner and doing laundry.
Yeah. When you got a whole family life and the whole works. Now, let's jump right into, well, first off, to lead into the conspiracy segment, today was a special day. You're wearing a shirt that has a moon on it, I see, and that's perfect or it's solar sky related. So, yeah, it's like it looks like an eclipse to me. That's what I see. Yeah. I like your shirt, by the way. Starry Night with Betty Boop.
Betty Boop.
Yeah.
Boop, boop, boop.
Did you see the eclipse today, the solar eclipse?
I didn't quite notice it. People were saying, "Oh, it's dark," but it was never dark where I was. And I was here in this immediate area. Did it get dark for you?
It's a tint.
I don't know. I've been in all day working.
It's like it's like a subtle tint. It's not dark.
Yeah.
Over in the totality on the East Coast, it got
different.
dark.
Yeah.
Okay.
People were sending us photos.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was it reminded me again of when you proposed during the solar eclipse in 2017.
Yeah, I proposed during the solar eclipse. Eclipses are important to me, so.
And why?
It's about a change. As the sun and the moon and the earth align, it creates a new cycle. So it's something new. So it's good to do. That's why I just happen to be all Western today. I'm making a shift, of changing a little bit just for the show tonight.
And I think I'm on board with the Western too.
Yeah, you got some boots. We got boots together. Yeah, look at that.
I never remember those. And I got my little stripe on my jeans. I haven't seen these jeans in years. I don't know how I found them. They just appeared. And I'm like, oh, I wonder if I can fit those.
Yeah. You're doing it. Yeah.
Yes, I was very doubtful. I promise you.
So a lot of people were like speculating that today, like every time any major celestial event occurs, people start freaking out and thinking that it's the end of the world or like the rapture, or like it's gonna be crazy. And I love like just after nothing happens, I just like going in the comments to those videos.
There's this basking in the nothing that happened.
Yeah, I love it. It's fun to, it's fun, but nothing crazy happened. There was they were talking about like somebody online was saying that they were supposed to be from New York to Louisiana. A river was going to be cut down through from like using HARP technology, and the CERN Hadron Collider was going to cut a river down through the totality.
I'm not really
so
sure
nobody go there.
Yeah, how did that come about? How was that explained?
That's exactly how they explained it.
Just
He's a warning: do not go to the totality.
And CERN collaborate to do that. But I guess they could collaborate to do that. CERN and HARP, they could, but they chose not to.
I find it fascinating. Like, it's very specific, you can't make that up.
Maybe they had to abort it. Abort.
Yeah, too many. This one guy found out our plan.
Yeah. This one guy.
Yeah, this one guy figured it all out. But yeah, it's fun to like conspiracies are real big with solar or lunar eclipses, or even when planets align. People just want to believe that something crazy is going to happen.
Because people want it to happen so bad. People want aliens to come here and take them away.
Yeah.
People are really upset.
Yeah. But since with the conspiracy talk, let's move into conspiracies. Conspiracies. Today's conspiracy, we're going to chat. We mentioned it for a moment there. Clones. All the cloning that was going on. What was it that you mentioned a little bit ago about clones? Oh yeah, Dave Chappelle. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. They've replaced that. Dave, I love you, Dave, but I don't think you're you.
Yeah. Yeah. There's this new Dave. Yes.
The buff Dave.
Yes. Yeah.
It was like when he took his hiatus for so many years.
Yes.
And then he came back like super ripped.
Yeah. Well,
he's been ripped since.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a healthy ass clone. Yeah, he's very well taken care of.
Yeah, but also he never used to talk about being motivated by making money. He was always more like I'm in it for the jokes and the quality and the craftsmanship. And since he's been back, I've heard him too many times. I'm trying to get paid. I'm trying to make money. Since when, Dave? That's never been your MO.
Yeah.
So that kind of red flags me too.
Yeah. Have you seen that footage of there was at a basketball game. I don't know who it was, but it was like a previous player from a long time ago was up in one of the box suites, and he was standing there and he looked like a robot, and there was a guy like working on him, but he looked like a real person.
I know that exactly.
Yeah.
He's a tall, like caramel kind of guy. Not real dark, not real light. He's a black dude.
Yeah, right? And he was in a suit.
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember that video.
Yeah, that was one of the most eye-opening clone videos I'd ever seen. I've seen like the Shaq or
glitches.
The glitches. That's another thing, like the MK Ultra, mind control. Some people, it's like the movie Get Out. Like it's are they being cloned or are they being possessed? Like
maybe both.
Yeah, maybe
combination.
Yeah.
Pick your poison.
Oh, like a clone. They make a clone and then they take your subconscious, your essence, and they put it in the clone.
Oh, maybe it's an experiment. Because I always thought not always thought, but I had a recent I really think these most celebrities. Well, I'll say most, not all. Most celebrities that are really in the thick of it are all just I don't know, it's the lower end of life. The people that have already lived lives, I feel like it's like a prison, because you have you have the cars, you have the money, you have the freaking makeup, you have, the clothes, but you have like the real shit and of a lot of things. So I feel like it's just a guess. It's just a guess. I just feel like it's like the lower end of life. It's like the unfortunate part of life.
When you sign a contract?
Or something. And when you start living more lives, like you get to more of a ascension. That's just
right. This is all for entertainment purposes. We do not believe this stuff. It's just for fun. So don't get all crazy on. You can go nuts in the comments, but guess what? This is comedy.
But to your point, I guess that's why a lot of celebrities, they just leave the United States. They'll go and they'll live in Europe, or like some are going to Ghana nowadays, and they just escape Hollywood. So maybe that helps them recalibrate and come back. Clone
as a robot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Take their
sometimes you're
hiatus.
just like, dude, I'm not feeling it. You know how much work goes into being me? Send in my clone. Like they have stunt doubles for like Melania. Like
Oh yeah,
the
those
Melania
were obvious.
stunt double.
Those were obvious.
Have you seen the stunt double for Melania?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't
man.
pay close enough attention.
There's
It's so
straight
obvious.
up.
It does not look like
when
her.
they get off the plane, that's usually the stunt double of Melania is she'll have like big sunglasses on, but she'll swat Trump's hand away. Like, don't touch me. I'm not your wife.
Oh my.
Yeah. He's like trying to get in on her. And, but yeah, I have a theory that with cloning that, because they made a reference to it on The Simpsons with Mr. Burns having like tons of Mr. Burns clones hanging from like hooks. And so like maybe there's like, that's why Donald Trump can't, his story always changes because there's so many different Trumps going across the nation. Like there's a sick Trump that can't go down the ramp, but then there's the real high energy Trump. Same with Biden. There's like high energy Biden where they bring him out and he's just like got all this stuff to say, but he's got a short-term life expectancy, those high energy ones. And then there's the real Trump or the real Biden are like struggling. Who knows? Yeah, when you got all the money and power.
Hey.
That'd be scary though. What would you do with a clone of yourself?
I'd have to put her down. No.
Yeah.
I can't have you around here like that.
Did you see the movie Alien Resurrection with Sigourney Weaver? Because there's
original one?
There's Aliens, Alien 3 when she's on the prison planet, and then Alien Resurrection where there's the fourth one, and there's a room she goes into and she sees all of her own clones, and one of them's just like, kill me, and she has to blow its brains out. Yeah.
I never could get through Alien. It just was too dark.
It's scary.
All the time. Not dark, scary, like dark. The movie's screen is dark.
Oh.
I can't tell what's happening.
Yeah, turn the screen brightness
I fall
up.
asleep. I'm like, oh, whatever. I tried to watch that. I couldn't get through it.
Don't wear sunglasses in the theater, Tareeqah. Like, one of those people. It's so dark. Mom, take your sunglasses off. Yeah, that's so funny. Oh, well, I'm glad that you came on the show today. We appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
appreciate
you're
it.
doing such a great job. And congratulations again on your win.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Was that your first comedic win?
I won at Shamrock
That's right.
once, and that was great.
Yeah.
I'm always winning when I'm by you. Yeah.
Oh, dang.
It's like that kitty.
So I look forward to just doing jokes, creating jokes, and
Grinding.
yeah. I love it. It's the best thing I did for myself in a very, very long time. So it brings me a lot of joy.
Good. Yeah, it's like a confessional booth up there. For me, it is.
It can be.
That's why I work it out. Like I have to tell everybody what's on my mind, so then Amy doesn't have to listen to it.
I still do, Chris.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
Yeah.
They say that the best comedy is when it's coming from a place of truth. So even some of the jokes are so far fetched, but it's so much truth weaved into the joke, and I noticed, when certain audience members, they can kind of relate to what you're saying. And,
Yeah.
That's real. Yeah, that's real. That really happened to me. I hated it.
Yeah.
I think that's the comedy I enjoy. I can tell when it's just, I don't know, not genuine. You can't really feel it. But
Right.
that's the comedy I enjoy. Is this like you can feel and you can tell like, oh crap, there's something to this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like telling audience members, I'm like, okay, this story I'm about to tell is 100% true. I'm just going to go off of it. And then after the show, they're like, was that true? I'm like, I told you I was. Yeah. What
Chris,
does it
you
take?
have like the most insane stories.
Yeah.
That's why people have to like double down. What's
Just want
that
to make
really?
sure.
So the next time they approach you, just say, I have better lies to tell, okay?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you the story and I'm completely lying.
Yeah. Well, where can everybody find you? We have your Instagram on the screen right there. Are you big with Instagram, Facebook, or what's your go-to?
I think my go-to is going to be Instagram right now.
Okay.
The Ms.Tareeqah _.
All right.
Silly.
And then you're doing great. And then Amy, where can everybody find you? Anything you want to put out there?
Just mostly the Instagram as usual, Shades of Despair, and then my website, abyssicreveries.com. That's mostly where I'm at.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And you can make sure you subscribe to our Comedy Krow podcast here on YouTube. I'm trying to get it up on all the other platforms, but right now I really enjoy YouTube. I'm like, now you can listen to our podcast on YouTube Music, which is really neat.
Nice.
And then also follow us on our other podcast, Not So Funny with a K, like Knots on Your Back. We'll be having Bobby Logan. No, that's another, that's one of the other comedy teachers. Bobby Ulrich will be our next guest on Not So Funny. And then you can go on our website, ksfstudios.com for that, or comedy.com to get your tickets for the Comedy Fest, which you'll see. You'll be on there. You'll be judged by our headliners of the event, Tom Clark and Steph Clark, and Kyle Johnson.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's going to be a fun.
It is.
Yeah, and there's we're bringing in a new trophy that it's top secret, but it's going to be, we got all kinds of fun stuff lined up. So yeah, it's going to be cool.
Okay.
Yeah, May 25th. Be there.
Good stuff.
Yeah. I guess that's it. Thanks for sticking around, and we'll see you on the next episode.
Arrivederci.
Bye-bye.
Au revoir.